Heidi ho everybody, it's Hillary at Tempo Sells, and I am a full-time reseller on a plethora of different platforms, and I have been doing this for almost 4 years, since the end of 2018. And I thought I was going to put another video today. Oh, the dog again. I was going to do another video today, another type, but I've been seeing a lot of a lot of videos that were you know, the 10 things I wish I knew, or, you know, the things I did wrong in reselling. And I thought I would do the 10 things I did right, starting from the beginning. It's not your time, Winston. So anyway, let's just jump right in, because this dog is just going to hog the spotlight. The first thing that I'm really glad that I did is start small. I started with $40. I think I've talked about this before. I picked up some ties and some jeans. I figured ties were easy to learn about, and jeans were something everybody knew. I could have learned a few things about jeans. So, because a lot of them I got were like, oh yeah, everybody likes this. Did not, and I think have 2 pairs left. Every month I would try to double what I had done the last month in sales. So that was a good benchmark goal. And when I would get profit, I would just take that money and turn it over and get new inventory. And I was really lucky to have a local consignment store that does $1 sale every month. And I would just go in there with like my $40, my $80, and get 80 items for $1 a piece. And that's how I basically built my inventory. It was a lot of mall brands. It wasn't a lot of like Chanel and, Louis Vuitton, but they did have those things at the consignment store. But I just that was never my plan to just start out like laying out the, $80, $100 for one item, because I just didn't have the confidence that I would be able to flip it, that I would be able to authenticate it, and that it wasn't going to come back and whap me in the butt and I was going to be out $170 for a Louis purse or something. Let's see. The second item that I'm really glad that I did right is I watched a lot of reselling videos. I will link some of my favorites some of my favorite resellers in the description box. I think my top favorite is Honey Rags. I watched her a lot. She gives a lot of information. She is so knowledgeable about vintage clothes, and she's just so unassuming and sweet and helpful. And I watched a lot of Nicole State. My favorite Nicole State video is the one where she shows how she does her listing process and how she lists things really fast. I'm going to have to get rid of the dog. There was also a woman that I used to watch. I haven't watched her recently. Suzanne, who was a full-time reseller and has been a reseller for decades. She provided a lot of information on random things that sell, or, like she's the one that said, if you have one shoe, sell one shoe, sell it as an amputee shoe. And I have sold one shoe. Didn't get rich off of it, but I sold it and I made money off of it. So yay. And let's see, who else do I watch? I'm going to put them in the description below, because I can't remember. I think it's the Auction Professor. I like him too. He's the one that's like, oh, I'm going to try these postcards, because he sells a lot of ephemera and memorabilia. So he also provides a lot of information. Let's see, another YouTuber that I like is Margot. Margot is Into the Woods, I think. Linked below. She is in my my posh crew, so but her videos I find very interesting, because she is so amazing at the things that she finds. I find myself when I go to the thrift store, I'm like, Hillary, just think like Margot, because she finds like the most amazing things. She finds like jodhpurs and breeches and these like crazy suspenders that are like $1 million, and rare hats and things. She just has a good eye. I also watch Crazy Lamp Lady. just because she's taught me a lot about different types of collectibles and carnival glass and glassware and things like that. So those are most of the people I watch, and I usually cycle through, and I'll try a few new ones. But yeah, so that is number 2. Number 3 is from early on, from the very beginning, I always took measurements. I always included measurements in my listings, and I include measurements because that's how I shop. I have had on this week anything from a size 12 to a size 18. So measurements help me shop a lot. I generally won't buy anything that doesn't have the measurements because, just trying to, see something and like, okay, yeah, that's a size, 14, that'll fit me in the waist. But I'm like, will it fit me in the hips? I don't know. Anyway, neither here nor there. Where was I going with that? Oh, yes. The one thing that I find beneficial to including the measurements is, when I was working out of my house, if somebody asked me for measurements, that was an easy thing. I would just go to the garage, pull the item, take the measurement. But now most of my inventory is in a storage unit, and to have to get in the car, drive to the storage unit, get the item, take it out, measure it, and write the buyer. Again, that's going to take a minute. In the daytime, it can take me, 45 minutes to half an hour to 45 minutes, well, 15 to 45 minutes, depending. And if it's nighttime, I'm not going to my storage unit, so they have to wait till the morning. And one thing I have seen is that very few people, if any, who have had to wait for measurements have purchased an item, even measurements that I was able to provide within an hour. So I try to have everything there for the buyer listed, and it just made it easier for me in the long run to take all the things over to the storage unit and not have to worry about updating the listings. Number 4 is not niching, which allowed me to really take advantage of some great deals. I will sell anything. I will sell this Doctor Who DVD. I will sell a remote control. I will sell a vest. I will sell some shoes, and I will sell headphones. I will basically sell anything. I've sold food. I've sold Trader Joe's spices. They're a slow sell, so I don't recommend getting those. I just had extra, and I sell mugs a lot. I consider mugs to be kind of my loss leader, and because they're super cheap. You can get them for like 79 cents at Goodwill, and you can flip them for like $12. Even $9, you still make money. And I feel like it makes a good picture. They're easy to wrap. They fit in a 6x6x6 box, and they're good to go. Let's see, what else do I sell? I sell glassware. I don't sell a lot of children's stuff. I sell craft items. Mostly of what I sell is clothes, but I will sell anything. I'll sell I have a wet dry vac filter over there that's waiting to be listed. I have some green soap, which is, I guess, soap that you use for when you get a tattoo. So yeah, I'll sell anything, and not niching has allowed me to fill those market needs, which really helped me at the start of the pandemic when I was just going gangbusters, because I had everything from like hair dye to books to home decor to sewing items. So anything that people were kind of doing at home, I kind of had, and they were shopping. So stuff to buy, then they get home and they get to use it. The 5th thing that I did that I'm really glad I did is sign up for any available thrift store mailing list. My Goodwill, no, I don't think my Goodwills have a mailing list. I believe I've heard somebody say that theirs did, but my independent stores do. And one, Park Avenue Thrift, has a text message. And so every day I get a text message that says, pink tags are 50% off today. And if you go during the week, if you go Monday through Saturday to Park Avenue Thrift, you get a voucher for 50% off of any tag color that you can use on Sunday. So it's a good reminder, and it's just there on your phone. You don't have to remember to bring, the paper or anything, or, the code to get the discount on Monday through Saturday, but you do have to bring your voucher in on Sunday. So that's nice to have that reminder. And my other thrift stores, one will send an email like usually Sunday night or Monday afternoon, because they open on Tuesdays, and during the weekend, like usually on Sunday or Monday, they get a huge estate sale deposit. So estate sales that have closed and anything that's left that they didn't intend to keep usually goes to a thrift store. So they usually get like a lot of nice furniture, some pictures, some lamps. They usually get big things. And this particular thrift store adds pictures. So one day I usually look at it at night. So like before I go to bed tonight, I will look at it. And one night I was looking at it and I was scrolling down. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. It was like 6 or 7 pairs of Tory Burch shoes. I was there at 9:50 in the morning. And if y'all know me, that is not my natural time. But I was there. I bought all the shoes and I've sold all of them, but 2 for good prices. One I know I have listed high, and one I took down because I didn't like the picture and I haven't relisted it yet. What else? Let's see. Another thrift store advertises when they're having they do seasonal. Smaller thrift stores tend to do seasonal because, they have a limited number of space. And this one thrift store, at the end of the season, they sell down everything at ridiculous prices. They start at 50%, then they go to 75%, and then they go to, I think, a bag sale, and usually things are somewhere around I think $12 to $20 for a bag. And that's a really good sale because they get a lot of designer items. Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there any other ones that are really good for sending information? There was one that closed that they would give out a special discount if you said what they said in the code they said in the email, but I think they have closed. Let's see. Number 7, and I hope you've done this, is to tell everyone what you do. Tell friends, tell family, tell strangers on the street, tell your neighbors what you do, and that you make your living selling stuff online, and you're willing to take any donations. You will come if they want to bag it up and throw it in a trash bag. You will come and pick it up, and it's free inventory. You can just donate the ones that you're not going to sell, and you can get started. That's also a good way to start small, which was my number 1 tip. Number 8. Find a crew. Find some people that do what you do, because in most things, this is a very solitary thing. I mean, some people have families involved, and that's really good. I don't. But I early on started, because I started following people on YouTube, I would find out that they had Facebook groups or something. And so I got to see people on that. And then I follow other resellers on Instagram. I've gotten reached out to 3 or 4 different times on Instagram, and that's where I am. I joined the Poshmark Accountability Group, which I'm going to link in the description below. It's on Facebook. It's a good group of people who are resellers, and you can ask questions. You can post your, I found this at the thrift store, and it's Balenciaga, and I found it for 50 cents. I sold it for $1,500, and everybody will cheer. So not like your friends or family who, you go, I have Balenciaga, and they're like, nice. Yeah, you sold junk. Okay, great. Yeah, when they hear $1,500, they're happy. But I did a couple of Posh and Sips. It's always good to just find people that do this, because it's a weird occupation, and it's nice to have somebody else that recognizes that it's a weird occupation. Number 9, taking chances on unknown items. If the price is right, I will buy it. Sometimes I will buy it just to learn something. So like one time on Clubhouse, somebody was talking about purses, and they were talking about, I believe the vintage is Whiting and Davis, and another one they were talking about was a line of purses made out of pop top lids. You know, the little piece, the little like little kind of rectangular piece that comes off of the lid, and they made purses out of them. And I went to an estate sale like later that week and found both of those items. So the pop top lid already sold. I still have the Whiting and Davis because I'm trying to sell it for slightly more than I bought it for, because I bought it for pretty much what it sells for. So but that was okay. I knew that when I was buying it, because I had the chance to look it up, and I knew that it wasn't gonna sell for much more than what I paid for it. But I wanted to have it in hand and look at it and look at the inside and check out the lining and just feel it. Very tactile person, so that just worked for me to be able to do that. Let's see, what other items have I taken chances on? I will take a chance on a tie in a minute, because ties will rarely ever cost you more than $3. So if I buy a tie and it's a brand I never heard of, I bought a bunch of ties in the beginning that were, just not. They looked fancy, but I didn't recognize the name. And I thought, well, everybody is not into designer. I'm not into designer. So I was just thinking, no, people are just going to think this is like a straight up awesome tie, and they're going to want to buy it. And that was not the case. And I think I had paid $1 each for those ties, and they sat in my closet and store for a year and a half. And finally, I just lotted them all together and listed them for I think I made like $1 or $2 off of them, but it was a learning lesson for me, so I took a chance. And last, number 10, is allowing for mistakes. Some people if you're watching this as a beginning reseller, and you're just like, oh, I'm scared to purchase this, or I'm scared to try eBay, or I'm scared to make an offer, or I'm scared to do shipping, and it's keeping you from doing things. Just give yourself that grace to know that you're going to make a mistake, and if the mistake isn't going to kill you or the person on the other end, it is okay. And that's one of the benefits of starting small with items either that you found in your house, or with items that you paid $1 or less than for, because you need to learn the process of listing and making offers and selling and shipping. And that you can only do that, you only get that knowledge from doing. You can watch all the YouTube videos you want, but there's nothing like the experience of doing it for yourself and then understanding that in your head so that it becomes second nature. I have been selling on eBay for 20 years. I did it part-time, and I still make mistakes. And the thing is too, the platform changes. Poshmark changes, Mercari changes, everything changes. And so you kind of have to do something different each time. You have to learn a new thing. You have to learn how the algorithm, I hate that word, how the algorithm works this time, and what's the best thing to do. And just, as long as you're okay, this is something new. It's going to take me a minute to learn it. I might, lose a couple of dollars. Try to stagger it so you're not losing $300, because that's bad. Don't go out and buy $5,000 worth of inventory unless you can afford to lose it, because you might hate it. You might hate this lifestyle, and then you have to get rid of your $5,000 of inventory. So just allow for mistakes, allow for finding the things that you don't like, and just do. Go at your pace, give yourself grace, and, find out what you like. And if you like to niche, if you only want to sell sneakers, sell sneakers. If you want to sell pet items, sell pet items. If you want to sell everything like I do, sell everything. And I just want to add to the bonus, one of the benefits of selling everything is if people aren't buying clothes, maybe they're buying books. Or if people aren't buying shoes, maybe they're buying, glassware. So I try to have something for everybody. And it also lets me know, like, maybe I don't like the stress of packing, glass antiques. I find it very stressful. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get that much glass anymore. I'm still attracted to it, so I'll still buy it. I bought some the other day. But I don't buy a lot. And that is my video for today. So I hope that you're having a splendid Sunday, and thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next Sunday. Peace, love, and shopping, y'all. Bye.